What is most remarkable about the study that you and I are about to review, and keep in mind, this is a very small study, only basically utilizing 3 veterans, and it's open label, meaning everyone can see who's doing what, obviously. However, though, what is remarkable is the duration of benefit from basically one single treatment of nitrous oxide for 1 hour period of time at a 50-50 ratio between nitrous oxide and oxygen. That is what's remarkable. It reminds me much of basically when, remember about 5 or 6 years ago when they began to tie the correlation between brain inflammation and depression, and then more research began to compound on top of that? It's kind of like that. But to proceed as follows. Again, small study, preliminary, but wow, does it have a lot of bite. To proceed. Nitrous oxide may bring relief to veterans suffering from PTSD, new studies suggest. A small pilot study provides an early glimpse of how some veterans struggling with PTSD may benefit from one simple, inexpensive treatment involving nitrous oxide, commonly known as laughing gas. Now keep in mind, before I proceed as well, in a few paragraphs, it's going to run into how it may benefit in reference to depression. So there's a correlation between the two. But to proceed as follows. These findings, based on a study of 3 military veterans suffering from PTSD and published June 30th in the Journal of Clinical Psychiatry, we'll have a link to that DOI citation as well on the YouTube channel, could lead to improved treatments for a psychiatric disorder that has affected thousands of current and former members of the U.S. military. Obviously, again, it's a reference to the military or veterans as well. But however, it doesn't take much of imagination to recognize that PTSD is a common ailment in a lot of other individuals. Proceed as follows. For the new study, 3 veterans with PTSD were asked to inhale a single 1-hour dose of 50% nitrous oxide and 50% oxygen through a face mask. Within hours after breathing nitrous oxide, 2 of the patients reported a marked improvement in their PTSD symptoms. This improvement lasted 1 week for one of the patients, while the other patient's symptoms gradually returned over the week. The third patient reported an improvement 2 hours after his treatment, but went back to experiencing symptoms the next day. Regardless, we're talking a single 1-hour treatment of 50-50 nitrous oxide blend to yield relief from PTSD symptoms is just astounding and amazing as well, and holds great promise. Now, we're going to go into a relationship, basically how it may work for depression, because there may be a correlation between the two as they're trying to discover how nitrous oxide benefits individuals in reference to PTSD through the correlation of depression. To proceed as follows. Exactly how when nitrous oxide relieves symptoms of depression in some people has yet to be fully understood. Most traditional antidepressants work through a brain chemical called serotonin. Nitrous oxide, like ketamine, an anesthetic that recently received FDA approval in a nasal spray form to treat major depression, works through a different mechanism by blocking N-methyl-D-aspartate and NMDA receptors. A 2015 landmark study. I always say researcher because I'm always worried about mispronouncing a name. That 2/3 of the patients with treatment-resistant depression experienced an improvement in symptoms after receiving nitrous oxide. Again, the correlation between depression and obviously PTSD being utilized in order to discover potentially the mystery of why this works so well, so fast, and the duration of benefit lasts so incredibly long. Again, as more information is researched and discovered, I'll report it. But however, though, the link to the DOI citation, which goes into a little bit more detail as far as pressure and so on and so forth, is going to be there for you to delve into. But in any case, seriously, for people suffering from PTSD or PTSD symptoms, for example, a 1-hour breathing 50% nitrous oxide, 50% oxygen, to yield such incredible benefit, even for relief just for a short period of time, is a godsend. Again, gratitude. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to see you all once again next week. Catch you then.